So, yeah, Indianapolis happened this weekend. So, let's talk about this race. So, let's start off with IndyCar. I honestly thought Xfinity would have been the first race to go this weekend, not IndyCar. But anyway, we got IndyCar to talk about first. So, IndyCar race. Not a whole lot happened on the Roval. There was a lot of action in the back, you know. The only thing that really made this race really interesting was the amount of strategies, you know, drivers on 2 stops and drivers on 3 stop strategies, when to pit, when not to pit, who was trying to make it to the end on fuel. There was a caution out during one of the cycles that pretty much threw a wrench in the plans. There was also a late race caution that took Will Power out of it, which in the end led to Scott Dixon coming through and going back-to-back to open the season. So now Scott Dixon with a second win of the season. Damn. He's having a pretty solid start to the year. Not bad. Anyway, let's talk about the Xfinity race, which was on the Indianapolis Roval track. Honestly, the best race all weekend. Like, there was a lot in that race, a lot of different strategies too, drivers on 2 stops, drivers on 3 stops. And that was a really good battle for the win there at the end between Cindric and Briscoe. I think it was Gregson in there too. Like, it was a really good battle for the win there at the end. Honestly, with 4 to go when Briscoe missed the turn, I thought Briscoe lost it there. But man, that was a great race for Briscoe to battle back and still come through and get the win. Like, that was hard racing at its best right there. That's hard racing. Being and banging each other on a road course. Briscoe comes through, gets his 5th win of the season. Holy shit, Briscoe is having a championship year. So yeah, Briscoe, your goal for the chase is very simple. Title or bust. So, there we go. Briscoe now at 5 wins, and he gets a win at his home track in Indiana. Even doing the Tony Stewart catch fence climb. Climbing the catch fence. Tony Stewart's old celebration. So yeah, that's good there. Let's talk about F1. F1 race happened this weekend. In Austria, F1 season finally back. So, of course, before the race, we had the drivers kneel before the Austrian national anthem. 14 out of 20 drivers did. 6 of them didn't, the 2 notables being Leclerc and Verstappen, and Carlos Sainz also didn't kneel for the anthem. They kneel before the anthem. And, of course, all the drivers wearing end racism shirts except Lewis, where Lewis wore a Black Lives Matter shirt that said end racism on the back. So yeah, but boomers probably won't care because it wasn't the American national anthem. But anyway, to the race itself, it was a pretty interesting race, There were a lot of mechanical failures, a lot of DNFs. Like 11 laps in, Verstappen had a DNF. And then Ricciardo had a DNF. And then Magnussen had a DNF, along with Grosjean. And after the Grosjean won, Gunther Steiner was like,
why do we have those mass drivers?
There was also a lot that happened there. But yeah, Lance Stroll even had a DNF along with George Russell. Actually, Williams having DNFs, that's not surprising to anybody. Like, at least 8 DNFs. Even Daniel Kvyat and Kimi Räikkönen had tire issues near the end of the race that took them out. But of course, at the end, we had Valtteri Bottas come through and get the victory. And when it initially looked like Lewis Hamilton finished 2nd, and we were going to have a Mercedes 1-2 to open the season, hold up. We got ourselves a penalty to open the season. Because earlier on in the race, there was an incident between Lewis Hamilton and Alex Albon. That one is 100% on Hamilton, because Hamilton forced Albon up the track out of the groove, and then Hamilton turned him right into the gravel pit. So yeah, that one was on Hamilton. So Hamilton, as a result, got penalized for causing a collision a total of 5 seconds, which knocks Lewis Hamilton all the way from 2nd to 4th. So that means Charles Leclerc will get 2nd for Ferrari. And that means the podium goes to Lando Norris. Damn. So Lando Norris gets his first podium finish to open the season. Yep, we've reached it. 2020 is officially the most fucked up year ever, when Lando Norris opens the season with a goddamn podium finish. God damn it. But, yeah. So, yeah, welcome to 2020. Honestly, I'm just looking to move on to 2021 already. But, yeah. And to add on that, Lando Norris even gets the bonus point for fastest lap of the race. So there you go. And meanwhile, let's take a look at those Lewis Hamilton fans right now after this race. But yeah, anyway, let's move on to the Cup race at Indianapolis. Holy shit. Yeah, this race was not good. Like, throughout the race, it was mainly between two drivers dominating between Hamlin and Harvick. There was a lot of crashes on pit road, especially that big pileup involving Corey LaJoie and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. that's injured one of Blaney's rear tire carriers, sending him to the hospital. There was a lot of tire failures in this race. But yeah, for Corey LaJoie wrecking, this was also the race where Corey LaJoie ran a Trump 2020 paint scheme. Yeah, Corey, maybe that's why you don't run a Trump 2020 paint scheme. At that point, you're then just asking to get wrecked. But yeah, anyway, throughout the race, near the end of this race, it looked like Hamlin had it in the bag until 7 laps to go, when Denny Hamlin blew a tire and hit the wall, bringing out the caution. So yeah, Hamlin had a shot to win this race, and then it goes up in smoke with his tire. Yeah, that's a terrible way to lose a race, when you had the very fast car and then you blow a tire. You know, something out of control. You know, it was weird how many fucking tire failures there were in this race. But yeah, then late in the race, we ended up getting overtime as a result of it. We had a top 5 full of drivers hungry for a win. But none of that matters, because in the last 2 laps, Kevin Harvick would pull away, and Kevin Harvick would get the win. So yeah, when Hamlin ended up wrecking out, that just gave Harvick an easy path to the win. Too bad for Matt Kenseth. Kenseth almost had it. Just Kenseth fell short. Damn. Better luck next time, Kenseth. But yeah, Harvick now with his 4th win of the season. It looks like this year's championship battle looks like it's going to mainly be between Hamlin and Harvick, from the looks of it. Since those two have been very dominant. As Kevin Harvick is really the driver that's proving age is just a number, as Harvick continues to defy Father Time. But yeah. So yeah, at least we got the crappy races now out of the way, and now we can move on to some better tracks. Except we have Kentucky next week. At least Kentucky has lights. But yeah, seriously, yeah, and this race had a weather delay to start the race. Like, this race didn't really get it going on their way until like almost 5:30. And they were almost running the sunlight issues. It's like, seriously, NASCAR, how many more of these late race starts are we going to have before you realize that starting the race at 3 or 4 o'clock on a track with no lights is a bad idea? Like, seriously, I've said before, NASCAR, if you're on a track with no lights, start the race at 1. That way you have a chance to at least get half of it in. Jesus Christ, NASCAR's been fucking dumb. The only time NASCAR should start a race at either 3 or 4 o'clock is if you're on a track with lights. But god damn it. Seriously, what's going to come first? Haley's comment or NASCAR's ability to find out that starting a race at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock on a track with no lights is a good idea? What's going to come first? Like, god damn it. Yeah, and Kentucky's next Saturday. At least that track has lights, so we won't have to worry about sunlight issues. And then Bristol next Wednesday. And Kentucky and the Bristol All-Star race will be the last 2 races on FS1 before we go back to NBC the rest of the year. But yeah, at least we got the crappy tracks out of the way. Now we can move on to the better tracks. But yeah, anyway. And of course, Justin Allgaier crashed, though. Yeah, even with a different driver in the 48 car still has bad luck. I guess the more things change, the more things stay the same. Damn. Too bad for Allgaier. Especially since Allgaier had a really good run in the Xfinity race. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. So anyway, that's all I got to say. Hope everyone's a great day. And oh yeah, IndyCar and F1 are back next week. We have an IndyCar doubleheader at Road America. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. So we get IndyCar next week too. And then we got F1 back again for Austria for, I guess, their equivalent of a doubleheader. So yeah. Anyway, that's all I got to say, folks. Hope everyone's a great day. And yeah, peace out.